a little bit about Brooklyn because the Nets, they entered last night's game against the Suns on a 3-game losing streak since Kevin Durant suffered an MCL sprain. So Kyrie Irving trying to get his team back in it. I want to show you all something real quick in the third. Watch Ben Simmons here. Picks up his 5th foul on this play. So he has to go to the bench, but then he gets a technical foul, so he would end up getting kicked out of the game in this one. We're going to pick it up in the fourth quarter because after the Suns led big, things got close here. Kyrie Irving willing his team back into the game. Oh, my goodness, just a sweet move from Kyrie.
Yeah, just a little high off the glass. And look, they expelled so much injury. And look, Reggie Miller said something that I picked up on, and to hear Reggie say it in the game. And that last shot where they were trying, like towards the end of the game, Kyrie got tired. He got fatigued. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He just used so much energy, and their team used so much energy to come back. You see the Steph Curry 3. But, like, when you're shorthanded, you can't be playing down 15, down 18 and trying to come back. Like, look, again, big shot here. We're not going to see the exact flow of the last play, but it just becomes very difficult for a Brooklyn team to play shorthanded and to feel like they can come back. Kyrie, all the talent that they have, it is so much of a task and becomes very difficult.
So right here, Nick Claxton tries to purposely miss the free throw, but it actually didn't hit the front rim, so it didn't count. Here's Jack Vaughn after the game.
We need him to be productive, and that is without the fouls, that is helping us rebound the basketball, that is playing with poise and composure, that is pushing the pace for us. So unfortunately, when you're a really good basketball player, your list is long, and so are the responsibilities. And hopefully we'll continue to ask of those things and challenge him and challenge this group to be able to answer those long lists. I think our job is to continue to believe in him, give him confidence, and to continue to put him out there and play.
The Nets, right, they were rolling before Kevin Durant's injury. They won 14 of 15 games. They were the 2nd seed in the East. With those 4 losses without him, though, they've dropped to the 4th seed. So it's going to be expected, right, when you have an MVP candidate missing games, you're going to struggle a little bit. But Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, they combined to make 10 All-Star games. So it feels like there's something missing here, Perk. What do the Nets need to do to get this team back on track in the absence of Kevin Durant?
Get Kevin Durant back. Here's the thing. Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, what both of those guys complaining in their current situations, right, in their former situations about being that guy? Didn't he have a problem in Philly for as Ben Simmons wanting to be the guy, the franchise guy over Joel Embiid? Ben Simmons is who he is, right? He is a really good role player at this point. We have to accept that. Now, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, without a superstar on his team, he has a below-average winning record. Like no LeBron, he ain't winning. Just think about the Cleveland days. Every single time they was in the lottery. Okay, you look at now without Kevin Durant, they at 500. So here's the thing when I look at Kyrie Irving, because when Kyrie Irving came back off of his suspension, so many people lashed out. Oh, y'all need to apologize. The Brooklyn Nets are winning. They were winning because of Kevin Durant and how he was playing at like the best player in the world. It wasn't because of what Kyrie was doing, because now he has the opportunity. You have Steph Curry. You have Claxton, who has been playing exceptionally well, along with T.J. Warren. You have the pieces. You have the pieces. Again, we're not asking for the full course meal. We just want an appetizer. We just want to see, can you win regular season games for a short period of time as you being the leader and the go-to guy? And right now, the answer is no.
I really feel I have a philosophy about this whole thing.
Okay, let's go, Coach.
If your best player is your smallest player, with the exception of Steph Curry, you will not be good enough to win a championship. Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, John Stockton. Like, when you start going down lists, at the end of the day, coming from a small guard, this is a big man's game. You need a dude that's 6'8", 6'7", 6'9". You need those guys to win, and especially it's hard to win in the NBA when they're all that big. And I'm not saying he's amazing. I mean, he dropped 60+ on us in San Antonio one year, and the efficiency, the degree of difficulty of the shots that he makes. But at the end of the day, you got to have that guy that just has that length on both ends of the floor and really impacts the game and impacts winning, to your point.
Yeah, and if you don't have that guy, then it's going to be really difficult. And the only other alternative in the interim, this is what I feel like everyone was expecting, was like, you have to make everyone else better. Because it's hard to replace a Kevin Durant-sized offensive hole. I mean, he was averaging about 35, 40 and shooting the ball so well from three and being efficient, in the mid-range. So when you look at this Nets team, it's just been a little bit of regression in trying to adapt to not having him who bends the defenses his way, Kevin Durant. They've been 24th in field goal percentage without KD during this time. They've been 26th in three-point percentage. That's not the Brooklyn Nets.
No.
You know what I mean? So without KD being able to attract 1, 2, 3 defenders, those open looks, that window is getting smaller and smaller.
Yep.
And I think it's affected their overall shooting percentage. So it's not just Kyrie, it's the entire squad.
Okay, there's a lot here. There's a lot of truth. One of your points, you said except for Steph, but also understand what was going on when Klay wasn't around, right? They need that 6'7" wing guy that can help space the floor to allow Klay. So even using your point, you still do need a big guard. Even with Steph, you need some big guards, right? Yeah.
Well, for sure. And the whole thing which makes Draymond Green
special.
so special, Draymond Green is not Draymond Green in Oklahoma City or Orlando. But with this group, he is super valuable because he is the playmaker. And at the end of the day, those guys, all that I just said, they're all playmakers.
They're all playmakers.
And so when you get that playmaker at that bigs position, boy, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.